Okay, I think I'm recording. Never mind this. If you can hear it, this, like, for some reason we have an old curfew bell, uh, post around town. They still just go off at random, so it sounds like, Silent Hill before, like, Pyramid Head comes and, like, rips the skin off that lady. That movie was weird. It used to creep me out when I was younger, and then I watched it not too long ago. And it's still sort of creeping me out, and I was like, this is kind of dumb. But today we aren't making anything original and stuff, but it is cheap and it hopefully will spark an idea as to like how to stretch your dollar. I'm making chicken soup. I took a long pause. Sorry, I have like no finesse on behind or in front of a camera. Like, have you ever seen the videos on YouTube, like Weber Cooks, where that guy was just a vacant stare and like the stumbling of the words as he makes like microwave potatoes and cream corn and stares vacantly? That's kind of like how I am. That's how I liken my stage presence to be. But we are going to be making. Oh no, my spoon! Chicken soup. But yeah, Steven Weber. I have the same camera presence as that man. But I'm not a pedophile. But today we're going to be making chicken soup. It's really easy, really cheap to make. So cheap. It's literally like just throw in a pot. And it's not really hard to make. And it is nice because it's getting cold on a cold day. And I also had to, like, get rid of some stuff. I had a few potatoes. The cellar was kind of getting a little rubbery. And other things I have to get rid of. Speaking of which, I have to pause because I forgot the carrot. Sorry about that. I forgot one of the ingredients. But we're going to be making chicken soup. It is not hard to make. You can throw it all in one pot, especially if you're making it in the crock pot. And literally, it's whatever throwaway ingredients you have, like things you need to get rid of or you just have scarce of. I had a few chicken thighs I had to get rid of. So I boiled them, let them cool, and I shredded it. So we're going to get rid of that. And chicken thighs and chicken legs, they are really not expensive. Especially if you know how to use them, you can make a delicious meal. But that is 3 chicken thighs. So it's going to be a nice mete soup. And this is a good thing where you have like cheap cuts of chicken and, they look unappealing when you just make them as a standalone. But if, get creative with them, you can make something, not expensive, but not gross. I put in maybe about 1 large potato and 2 stalks of celery. I had 3 like little dinky potatoes, but it should equal out to about 1 large one. So you'll be fine. Don't worry. And just evenly spread that out. I'm a very rambly, disorganized person. And some baby carrots or chopped carrots. Like I said, all pantry staples. All this is really cheap at Aldi and stuff. I had 3 chicken thighs, 3 dinky potatoes, a couple herbs of celery, and some baby carrots to get rid of. Throw in some bouillon cubes and spices, put in a crock pot, and you'll have some delicious ass soup. The question is how carroty do I want to make it? I'm going to make it super effing carroty. So I need to get rid of these things. Alright. So you get your vegetables in and your meat. Try to evenly disperse them in there. So we got that in there. Throw that aside. Next, you're going to put in your spices. I'm putting in a different array of spices, but if you don't have them, they're okay. I'm going to put a little bit of sage in. Not too much or else it's not going to taste right because sage is very strong. But sage is really good with poultry. I got this at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I got all of these spices at Dollar Tree. That's another pantry staple. Bouillon cubes and spices. You can get them from Dollar Tree and keep your pantry stocked along with beans and stuff and rice and bouillons. And I think I said that. And I have pepper. You can put that to taste. Himalayan sea salt or regular salt if you don't have Himalayan sea salt, which I actually got at Dollar Tree too. So just put that to taste. That seems about right. And we're going to put in some garlic powder. My boyfriend loves garlic taste, so I'm just going to be generous with that. And we are going to put some parsley. Parsley goes good in anything, according to Aunt Fee. She's a YouTube person I did a video about maybe a year or so ago. She swears a lot. She's really great. And her version of being healthy is trying to put one vegetable into a whole bunch of cheese and diabetes. But she's awesome. Check her out. Aunt Fee out. 3 chicken bouillon cubes. Or if you have it on hand, low sodium or no sodium broth. So we got all that. And I'm going to pause because I have to get some water. Alright, I'm back. Move this thing. And you're going to want to fill it up with water. My guess, this is going to be maybe 4 cups of water. But at least until it fills into a little bit above the rim. So good. I don't have a large crock pot. It's don't know how it is, but I got this crock pot at Family Dollar. I'd like to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So it's one of them $15 one. And I dropped my crock lid, so I'll be right back because I gotta wash it. Sorry for all the pause. So after you do that, just mix it to evenly incorporate it. If you want to put 4 bouillon cubes, that's fine. I put in 3 because usually 3 is pretty good. I don't want this to be so salt enriched, you retain water or pass out. But there we go. Got all of our spices mixed into there. And I'm going to put the lid on the crock pot, and I'm going to put it in the fridge because this is, a crock pot meal for tomorrow because I'm going to be at work until 8 p.m. and dinner needs to be, cooked and prepared, and it's better than, going out to a fast food place and getting food. And it didn't take me any time at all. Mind the hideous crock pot lid that melted because I guess my boyfriend preheated an oven, and me being me, I store a lot of my kitchen equipment in the oven a lot of the times because I very rarely bake. I mostly cook. And even when I do bake on occasions, usually a pie or something, I can put it in my toaster oven. So I only use it when I really need it. And he didn't know that I stored the crock pot in there. So the lid melted into this really flat lump. So whenever we have to get the crock pot lid off when it's hot, there you go. Kind of have to shimmy it with a knife. But the crock pot still works. And yeah, so my boyfriend wrecked it. But, men, I love him. He's a sweetheart. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but he's a sweetheart who supports me and deals with my high-strung, squirrely ways because he's all chill and more calm, and I'm just